Hi guys. I've been saying for years and years and years that I was gonna make a YouTube channel. I'm finally here. I thought that the first one should be just an about me questionnaire. So yeah, I'm gonna get into these questions. If you guys already know all this stuff, sorry, but I gotta start somewhere, you know. What is my middle name? My middle name is Yvonne. Rebecca Yvonne. That's my name. Where are you from? I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I am 22 years old. What is my favorite food? My favorite food would probably be burgers, like a burger with sweet potato fries dipped in ranch. That or sushi. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is orange, bright, like vibrant orange. And I also like teal and mint green. Cats or dogs? My only one true pet that is mine is my cat Clementine, and I love her to death. She's the cutest thing ever. But overall, I'm definitely a dog person. I have this thing, I don't like other people's cats really. I only like mine. And my favorite two kinds of dogs are Dalmatians and Italian Greyhounds. And I like Italian Greyhounds because they look like Dobby from Harry Potter. How many countries have you visited? Outside of the US, I've been to 6 countries. I've been to Canada, the Bahamas, Ecuador, St. Martin, St. Thomas, and Aruba. My favorite one that I went to would probably be Ecuador. I just think it was the best trip of my life. It was at a point in my life where I really needed to just get out and out of my comfort zone and throw myself into somewhere new, because there were a lot of things just eating away at me here in the States, so that trip was amazing. Are you in or have you gone to college? I graduated from Pitt this past April, and I have a degree in psychology, and I have a certificate in digital media. What was your favorite and worst subject in high school? My favorite class, I don't really know if this is a subject, my favorite class was definitely gym, which I know a lot of people hate, but I loved it because I didn't have to put forth any mental, I didn't have to put forth any mental energy. I could just go and put on comfy clothes and run around and burn off steam. And I actually liked a lot of the games that we played in gym class. I thought they were fun. My least favorite was math. Anything math, any type of math, algebra, geometry, anything having to do with math. Even if it's I hated chemistry, I hated business math, everything having to do with math, I hate. And I'm really, really, really bad at it. What is your favorite drink? I pretty much only drink water. I love the Starbucks chai tea latte because it's just it's kind of like milk, but cinnamon flavored milk, but it's thinner than milk. It's delicious. As far as soda goes, my favorite is Dr. Pepper. Oh my god, my laptop keeps shutting off! What is your favorite animal? My favorite animal is probably a chameleon. I love chameleons. I just think they're so cute, and I like how their hands are I'm so weird. I like their hands because they're just it's kind of all of it's put together here, and then they have that little thumb, and there's this video somewhere online of a chameleon popping bubbles with his hands like this, and I think it's the cutest shit ever. What is your favorite perfume? My favorite perfume is probably, this is so dumb, because my favorite perfume, my taste in things is so cheap and childish, I feel a lot of the time. Because I just like things that are nostalgic, so if I liked something back in middle school or high school or childhood, nowadays I still love those things. So my favorite perfumes are nothing fancy. I think my favorite would be Promise Me from Aeropostale, which is something that I started wearing probably back in middle school. But I just think it smells so good. And it's so cheap. I think it's literally $10 for a bottle of it. It's so cheap, but I just think it smells amazing. And then I also really like Fantasy by Britney Spears because it smells sweet and delicious. What would you name your children? Children. What would you name your children? My favorite girl's name right now is Lennox. So if I had a girl, I'd probably name her Lennox. And if I had a boy, I'd probably name him Jack, just because I love that name. It's like one of the few basic, classic, traditional names that I really like. If I was a boy, my mom was actually going to name me Jack. So maybe I will get the opportunity to have a Jack instead. What sports do you play or have you played? In high school, well actually like from like 2nd grade all through 9th grade, I played basketball every single year and I loved it so much. So I mean, as far as duration goes, I played basketball the longest. And then in high school, I played tennis for 2 or 3 years. And I also did track for 3 years. And I did the 100-meter hurdles and the 300-meter hurdles. And sometimes I did the 4x4 relay. What is your favorite book? I really don't like reading at all. I just think I'm more of like a visual person. So, and reading gives me headaches too. Like it gives me migraines when I have to look at like small print. Or like look at a screen for a long time or look at a page for a long time. So I really don't like doing it because it makes me nauseous. But the one book that I've read like multiple times, willingly and voluntarily, is The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch. And he was a professor, I believe at CMU in Pittsburgh, and he found out he was dying of, I think it was pancreatic cancer. He had cancer in one of his organs and he was like terminally ill. And he basically just came up with like this last lecture where he talks about ways to go about achieving your childhood dreams and enabling other people's dreams. And it's just like a super positive, inspiring message. And he kind of goes through like his life and tells the stories of like how he fulfilled different dreams in his life. And so I really, really like that book. Who is your favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTube channel is definitely H3H3. I just love the format of like their comedy skits. I just think it's so funny. Like it's so like weird and bizarre and like kind of all over the place, but I think it's so funny. My favorite videos by them are probably the Papa John's video or the Saddest Cooking Show. I can't even say it without laughing because it's so funny. The Saddest Cooking Show in the World, I think it's called. Those two are probably my favorites. And How to Kiss. Those three I think are hilarious. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movies, I swear to God, I haven't been coughing all day. And the second I sit down to film this, I can't stop coughing. My favorite movies would probably be Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Titanic, because duh, The Social Network, I love Gone Girl, and I also love The Call. Are you single or taken? I am single, and yeah. What's your idea of an ideal first date? Anything having to do with food. Like, take me out to eat and like, I'll love you. I'll love you. Buy me food. Feed me. How many boyfriends have you had? I've had 2 boyfriends. Do you speak any different languages and how well? This is embarrassing. I took 4 years of Spanish in high school and I literally retained none of it. In college, I took sign language for 2 semesters and I actually learned a lot because I feel like the way that Pitt went about teaching their American Sign Language classes was like genius because we weren't allowed to speak English in class. Like we weren't allowed to speak, like the very first day, they were like, you're not allowed to talk. From here on out, you can only communicate with anyone in the class and me with sign language, or you had to write it down if you absolutely like couldn't figure out how to say it. And I feel like just throwing us into that was like such a good way to retain it. I'm pretty decent at sign language. Do you have any siblings? I have 3 sisters and 1 brother, and I am the middle child. I have 2 older sisters, 1 younger sister, and 1 younger brother. Shout out to you guys, because I love you and you're the best. How would you describe your fashion sense? I just love being comfortable. My fashion sense is like very, very casual tomboyish, very like neutral colors. I don't like wearing bright colors. I like wearing black and gray and brown and white, and that's about it. I feel so much prettier in like a t-shirt and jeans and a beanie than I do like in a dress or in bright colors or with a lot of makeup on. Like I feel more like me this way. So that's my fashion sense, aka a complete lack of fashion sense, but whatever. What are some of your favorite TV shows? I love, and I know this is everyone's favorite, but the show is just so amazing. The Office, you just can't go wrong. It's like a comfort zone thing for me at this point. Like I love The Office. Like when I'm stressed out or tired or angry or happy, if I sit down and watch The Office, it's just like everything is a little bit more okay than it was before. I never get sick of watching it. I swear to God, I've seen every episode like this sounds ridiculous, but I feel like I've seen every episode like 50 times. Dinner Party I've seen like 300 times, I swear to God, because that's like my favorite episode. But yeah, that show's amazing. What is one of my bad habits? I constantly, not so much in the summer, but like once it starts to get chilly, I rip the skin off my lips. Like the second I get any cracking or like dryness on my lips, I literally take my fingers and I rip my skin off until my lips bleed. And I know it's like super gross and not good for me, but I just got a new thing of chapstick, so it should be good. What is your favorite snack? I love cold pizza, like pizza right out of the fridge, cold pizza, and these things, I took them with me to Ecuador. They are chickpeas made by the company The Good Bean, and they're like, the flavor is Thai lemongrass coconut, and they're like the most delicious things in the whole world. What is at the top of my bucket list? I really want to skydive, and I really want to do like a mission trip to Africa. Like I want to go there either by myself or with a group and just like either help rebuild something or teach. I would love to go to Africa. Biggest accomplishment. It's so weird, like I have such a hard time feeling accomplished. Like I feel like I haven't really accomplished anything significant enough to be like, you know, to like pat myself on the back for, because I'm just like, I don't know. It takes a lot for me to like be proud of myself. So I feel like so far my biggest accomplishment has been graduating college. And it's not so much like, it wasn't so much like college that was hard. It was balancing college with all of the struggles that come along with being an 18 to 22-year-old, because like so many things happened in those 4 years that just like just completely threw my life upside down, or things that were really hard to go through, really sad to go through, just like balancing the life stressors with the classes. And college is so much harder than high school. So yeah, I'd say that's probably my biggest accomplishment thus far. Favorite ice cream flavor? Cinnamon, 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 cinnamon ice cream. Cinnamon ice cream, cinnamon ice cream. Any nicknames? My whole entire family, ever since I was a baby, calls me Rebe. Favorite quote? Revenge never healed a wound. Just because I feel like it's so true. Like I've been in so many situations in my life where I've been tempted to like seek revenge, or you think that, you know, retaliation is going to make things better, and it really doesn't. Like I'm not saying like obviously I stand up for myself, but like at the end of the day, you just have to process things and go through them. Hurting someone else is not going to make it any better. So that's probably my favorite. Most commonly used swear word. I'm gonna scream this. I'm gonna scream it. Fuck! There's a kitten outside, And I just heard something tap on the window, and I turn around and there's like a baby kitten that's been outside, and it's literally like scaled the screen of the window. And it's just sitting in the window, just staring at me. Okay. Do I have a tattoo? Yeah, I have one tattoo, and it's right here on my inner thigh. And it's just a little teeny tiny moon, like crescent moon, and it's just all filled in black. It doesn't really mean anything. I think in 2015, in October, me and my one friend, Sarah, we had just wanted tattoos for a long time, and we kept putting it off because we didn't think we had like a good enough idea. And one day we both just woke up and we were like, you know what? We're just gonna go get tattoos today. So we just walked into some shop in Pittsburgh, and she got like a little boat on her side, and I got a little moon on my thigh. And I really like it. Like, I don't regret it at all. I don't really necessarily think tattoos need to have this huge significant meaning for you to enjoy them. I really like mine. What was my first job? My first job was hostessing at Bob Evans down on the farm. My biggest fear, and I know this is so irrational. I mean, like, it's not irrational in the sense that it doesn't make sense to be scared of it, but it's irrational because like it happens so rarely that it's not really something I should be this concerned about. But I'm fucking terrified of getting bitten by a shark. First heartbreak was in 2011 when I found out my high school boyfriend was sexting another girl. Celebrity crush. My celebrity crushes are Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio because they're just both perfect, and they're in so many movies together and separately that I just love and am obsessed with. And I think Kate Winslet is beautiful, and she's classy, and she's just different, you know? She's not like every other Hollywood actress. Like, she seems more real. Leonardo, it's just like, come on. It's Leonardo. What's the first thing I notice about people? I notice people's teeth. I don't know why. It's like when I see someone, like I instantly just kind of like look at their mouth, because I'm just like someone who likes nice teeth. Even if I'm not like interested in you in like a romantic sense, like the first thing I'll probably notice about you is your teeth. Favorite smells. The winter candy apple candle from Bath & Body Works. The marshmallow fireside candle from Bath & Body Works. Play-Doh, because it just smells so good. Like, it's just so nostalgic. I love the smell of chlorine, like in your hair and on your skin. I love the smell of skunk. Like when you're driving down the road and you drive past like, you know when you drive past a skunk, like it fills the whole car up. But like when I drive past a skunk and that smell fills the car, like I literally like deeply inhale because I just love how it smells. Favorite songs at the moment. I'm really into You Already Know by Fergie and Nicki Minaj. I'm really into How Long by Charlie Puth. I'm really into 13 Beaches by Lana Del Rey. And that her whole new album is so good. Like, I was kind of disappointed in her last one, but this one is kind of reminiscent of her older stuff, and it's a really good album. And I'm really into Wolves by Selena Gomez. I really am liking her music recently. But I just like how simple her music is, and I like that all of her new stuff that's coming out is just very like distinct and different from like the pop music that you usually see. And I also, whoa. Okay, well, there goes that. That was weird. Did it, like, it turned off right when I put my hand down. Oh well. I'm also really into the song Map Change by every time I die. Favorite holiday is Halloween because I think I just like it because it's so childish, and like anything that allows me to like get back in touch with like my younger self, I'm all about. Like I love dressing up, I love doing my makeup, I just like being, I love that it's socially acceptable to just be ridiculous and dress up and look goofy for one night out of the year. Favorite city, aside from Pittsburgh in the US, my favorite city is New Orleans, which I'm super stoked about because I will be there in like another week and a half or so doing film stuff. And I'm hoping to kind of like vlog the time that I'm in New Orleans because I feel like that'll be fun because it's always there's always a lot of cool street performers and stuff like that. So New Orleans is probably my favorite. Any special talents? I can do this like weird foot thing where I put my foot over my shoulder. I can do a split. And I'm really gifted with retaining movie and TV show quotes and song lyrics. It runs in the family. My whole family is like that. Those are all the questions that I thought were interesting enough to answer on camera. Like I said, I'm hoping this will eventually be a storytime channel. Hopefully that's going to be coming soon. Until then, that's it. And I'm gonna put I'll put like my Instagram account and my Snapchat account here. And you can follow me on that if you want. And if not, then I guess, I don't know. But yeah, this has been fun and nerve-wracking. This is my first video. Sorry if it's awful. I'm done now. Bye guys.